Hi. And you ever wondered, like, how, when I talk about healing your own birth, how do you even know that you need to do that? How does it link? Well, like, surely it's so long ago that you've kind of forgotten about it, or it's so buried that you just deal with what's here instead. And do you know that is really valid? Deal with what's in front of you, deal with what's in your life now. And at the same time, sometimes um, the origins and the pattern started much earlier, and it can be really helpful to have that awareness. So I want to give you an example. I'm Charlotte Kanye, if you've not heard me before, founder of Birth Essence, and I want to share with you something that happened last week for me. And I've done loads of work on healing my own birth experience, but it came up again in the context of having some business coaching. And I could tell that, I'm stretching myself in my business because I really would like to support more people to heal their birth experience. So that really we're collectively fully here, fully living out what we want to do in life so we can feel happy, satisfied, and make a difference to the world. That's what people around me that come to me want to do. And they feel blocked in some way, or they just know that their birth trauma is hurting them still in some way, or perhaps it's when they've come to become a mother, come to have children, that they realise there's just too many things in the way and they need some support. So for me, I've been doing that a long time, gosh, like 2009. I don't even know how many years that is. I can't do maths this morning. Let's just get on with the video. I'll come back to the maths. And so I could tell that I've been doing some free workshops recently. If you have either seen those or been on one, they've been really fabulous. But I've been doing some free workshops, a series of free workshops recently, and I was wanting to do some more paid work, right? Because it's a business I run. And I could feel like the charge around, oh my gosh, that's scary, right? And I expect that any of you listening in your own business might relate to that. And I had no thought at all at that point about my own birth. Until in the course of my business mentorship, what I realized was there was a fear that was active, that was up, that nobody might come, or if I put an event out, nobody comes. And then I suddenly felt myself transported back to my own birth, where, for those of you that have followed me for some time will know that I spent a period of time in an incubator separated from my mother, where nobody came. Nobody was there when I wanted them. I was on my own for a time, and I wanted my mum, obviously, but what do I do? What do I do in that moment when there's nobody here? I've cried, I've been silent, I've tried these very limited, there are limited options available to you as a baby. Flail around, scream, go silent, still, hold your breath. I did all of those. Nobody came. And it impacted me. Of course, I was looked after. I'm alive, I'm still here. I was looked after and I was loved and I was taken home. But those moments, they impacted me. And I suddenly realised that in that business workshop, I didn't want to do any paid events. So that was the thing that came up. It's been other things in my life before that I've not wanted to do, and I expect if I dig under, there's been the same thing. Think wedding invitations, parties, and things you might invite people to where they might not come, right? And I didn't want to risk being in another situation where people wouldn't come or don't come, and being on my own in that situation, because I didn't want to feel like that baby again. And so what did I do? Well, I did what I do. I did some healing work on that, and well, I'm moving forward to my business and I held that baby, and she's feeling better because people did come eventually, right? People did come. I wasn't left alone forever and died in the incubator. People did come. I just didn't know. I didn't know that. So the point of this video is to give you a real example of how things in your current life could be linked to things in a much older time, and how what I do can help you with that. I've gone really off the flow there. La-di-da. And so what can you do with that video? Well, I hope it's been helpful for you to even just listen to that and reflect on your own life. if you would like some support with reflecting, one of the things you can do is when you join my mailing list, you will receive a workbook, which is quite a comprehensive workbook. The feedback I had from that was that it was really great and really helped people start to unpick and start to see how things can be linked to your current life, which is the most useful thing, right? What we want to do now. What do we want to live? What do we want to do? How can we do that? And so that's number one. Number one, you can go to my website, www.birthessence.co.uk. And that's the first thing up. There's a video and a link to download the workbook, and it'll be on my mailing list. And if you do join my mailing list, or if you are already on my mailing list, you can join the mailing list, and you will receive probably next week a video where I will give you more than just talking about it and showing you like the example of how it can work, but I'm going to do some of my healing work as like a free gift to you, like a little mini healing that everyone on my mailing list will have access to in case you are somebody that had something similar to we'll work on that theme of nobody's coming that came up for me. So that's it, folks. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope that do let me know how you found this video, if it sparked off any ideas for you, or if there's any thoughts you have. I would love to hear from you. Thank you.